Alright, so last month I posted a video to let you all know that the development on Fallout 4 Together, the online multiplayer and co-op mod for Fallout 4, had been put on hold indefinitely by the Skyrim Together team. This was understandably worrisome and disappointing for many, especially so shortly after my previous update video on the mod, which was so positive. And, well, at the time it sounded like it was being put on hold for the foreseeable future by the entire team. Not even a month later, we've gotten a huge update for Fallout Together and Skyrim Together Reborn. The latter of which actually just officially released several days ago on Nexus Mods and has already accumulated well over 100,000 unique downloads and pushed the game to its highest peak player count on Steam since February. So I think it's safe to say these mods are in high demand. But I do want to warn that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So starting with a message from cosideci, one of the developers on the project, this is what they had to share. As for Fallout Together, for those of you who missed it, we have decided to focus on Skyrim Together Reborn entirely these past few months, and have since stopped developing Fallout Together. As some of you may have noticed, I've been doing some work on Fallout Together these past few days. Fallout Together is not cancelled, but I am currently the only developer on the team who is interested in continuing development on it. So while this might not sound like perfect news, as it's just one developer from the Together team working on the project as of right now, they do seem to be very dedicated to trying to nudge this forward. In fact, they even left a few comments on my previous update video for the mod where they kindly gave further details on just how much they've been contributing to Fallout Together. I just spent 30 hours last week working on Fallout Together. We decided to stop working on Fallout Together at least until Skyrim Together Reborn was ready to be released, since making two of these mods at the same time is too big a task for our tiny development team. That said, now that Reborn is about to release, I've ported most features to Fallout Together over the last few weeks. So with that information, we can gather that Fallout Together has still made some very meaningful progress with the advancements made for Reborn. However, I do want to note that the porting of said features isn't fully developed, and not all the features required to make Fallout Together a reality are implemented. It was said that about half of the features are missing in the current dev build, so things like unpaused menus, for example, a highly necessary parts of multiplayer, are not yet implemented. cosideci also doesn't intend on single-handedly bringing this mod to release, and it doesn't look like they plan on pushing development further themselves, at least not to the amount that they've been working on, as they only intended on merging it onto the main branch and then leaving it up to the community. That means if we realistically want Fallout 4 multiplayer to happen, at least in a timely manner, the team will definitely need to grow beyond what it is now. And this is kind of what they're hoping for following the release of Skyrim Together Reborn, as the mod is fully open source now, and they're hoping this will bring in new contributors to build upon not just Skyrim Together Reborn 1.0, but also help finish Fallout Together to bring it to a more releasable state, because as of right now, it's not exactly what you would call playable, and the team has stated that they also plan on taking a break from both projects. That is, now that Reborn has been released. Of course, development won't stall entirely. I'm sure they'll work on it every once in a while, as we have already seen two major updates for Skyrim Together Reborn following the release, and further commits on the GitHub. So it's not all doom and gloom. They're not stopping the projects entirely. They just won't be working on it anywhere near as much as they have been in the past. That said, they are in desperate need of more developers and contributors, so if you're someone with the expertise to work on such projects, I've left all of their social links in the description for you to look into it. You'd be helping bring these projects to life and would also be making a considerable contribution to the modding community, so everyone would appreciate you doing so. Of course, with the mods going open source, contributions have already been happening. Skyrim Together Reborn has already seen 2 updates with people credited. Both mods have seen considerable updates, that being commits on the GitHub page, and we can even take a look at some of the stuff that has been ported from the work on Reborn, thanks to cosideci. Stuff like the conversion for Fallout 4's address library, server difficulty, syncing levels, quest sync, object sync code, and so on. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, these are likely rough ports and not fully functioning as of yet. And there's still a long ways to go for development, so as cosideci says, don't go saving your drive space as of yet. Not that you'd actually need to. Now, something truly exciting with the release of Skyrim Together Reborn 1.0, and something that directly affects the development efforts and potential launch features for Fallout Together, is the inclusion of full quest and dialogue sync. Something they didn't actually plan on having in the initial release, as the initial release was only planned to be a beta, but due to an exceptional amount of development progress that was made before launch, they went ahead and released the full 1.0 version, meaning you can actually play through the full game with friends and other players, with progress actually syncing for everyone. Bugs aside, of course. Reborn is a massive step beyond the original release that came out a few years ago, both in terms of features and stability. So I do plan on bringing a few videos of it in the near future, which I'm quite excited for. All of this is huge news for both the modding community and the future of Fallout Together. But again, just to be very clear, it is still quite a long ways to go before it ever sees the light of day. So I'll be sure to update you here on the channel if the team has anything to showcase or detail in the future. Of course, as the developers have noted, the multiplayer experience won't ever be perfect for either of these mods. It's very complicated to bring multiplayer to a single player game, as a mod especially, and with such a small team. So please be understanding that crashes are going to happen, bugs will occur, and server stability will often be an issue. With that said, this is still a truly impressive accomplishment in the modding community that I think everyone who owns a PC should try for themselves. Playing Skyrim with other people is just a good time. So huge shout out to the amazing developers that have helped make this a reality. Your work over the years is truly appreciated by the Skyrim and modding community, and I really hope we get to see Fallout Together release in the future with the help of the community. And also, thanks to Bethesda for not being like some other companies and shutting this project down. Now, since I haven't uploaded much as of late, I'd suggest you just check out my Fallout New Vegas 2 video and give me your thoughts on my speculation for the likelihood of such a game. But that's it for this video. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, this is Apoqsi, signing off.